Hello. Today was delivered to me information of a Farland that has been hiding for years, scared to show the world its true potential, with the fear of being made fun of by all the other hydras around them. However, today, that nation has decided that enough is enough and has shown everything they got to prove their worth in the B-tier society. So say hello to the 8 shades of Ayatopia. Piece number 1, Taser. During the 80s and the 90s, the Ayatopia has built Tesla coils to defend their nation from the Yafu nation. During such war, the people has found that combining both hydro and electro creates an electro-charged effect on them, in which they branded as Taser. Its effectiveness in combat isn't the best, but you can't expect much from Taser in 2024, as this is ancient technology. Piece number 2, Vape. Every nation has their way of vape, and Ayatopia is not so behind. All those pyro carries utilizes it with no exceptions, but how could someone like Ayato use such thing? That's where Satan comes, with its vernacular damage being able to carry the Ayatopia by her shoulders in the vape brackets. The entire Ayatopia praises Satan every day. Piece number 3, Soup. The nation of Ayatopia once passed a severe hunger catastrophe, in which they had to collectively think of a solution, and so they looked at Taser and Vape and said, what if we combine them? So they got the almighty Soup, a piece of food able to feed nations for days, in which has saved Ayatopia from its downfall. Piece number 4, Hyperbloom. With the coming of Dendro during the modern era, the Ayatopia being a nation around Hydro, they have rebranded their old Taser technology with Hyperbloom, adding tele-guided missile launchers to the Teslas, making the national more vernacular in clear times at the price of grouping. Piece number 5, Virgin. Hyperbloom is nice and all, but they needed AoE. So they looked at all the heating power his biggest servant, Toma, has, and said, you will Virgin, my child. Go and fight for the Yafu nation. So that's what Toma did, exploding all blooms with his, making the Ayatopia proud for thousands of years. Number 6, Monohydro. Ayatopia being a nation around Hydro, as mentioned before, could not hold back its raw wetness and has shown the world how powerful the max wet is, with the vernacular wetness of the priest Shinsho and the wet beauty of Candace, providing huge buffs to the Ayatopia, to wet all over the enemies, leaving no enemy dry, while providing enough hydro to all the neighbor nations, putting Furina, the fraudulent Hydro Archon, to its shameless downfall. Number 7, Nilo. A beautiful stranger, brandly named Nilo, has once passed through the streets of Ayatopia, in which performed the best dance a man could ever see, making our bloom course burst instantaneously, showcasing us the power of true blooming and blessing Ayatopia with new firepower, without requiring any source of fire or electricity. Number 8 and last, Hypercarry. After showcasing all this power, one is probably questioning right now. But does the leader of Ayatopia have any good source of firepower himself? In which to that question I answered, yes. The Ayatopia leader Kamisato Ayato does indeed have true firepower. With his 50% uptime, Bennett, Kazuha, and the infamous Yunjin, he can unleash the power of 30 KTPS with ease, protecting his citizens with the respect they deserve. With this, the nation of Ayatopia ends its power showcase, and it's time to go home. Farewell, servants.